had some fire and smoke and water, and that troubled us a lot. Now we're marking down our prices, and they're really, really hot.
Oh yeah, baby.
Simultaneous.
Bring it down to the funky town.
Funking it up today. Ooh, it's been a while.
Love that digital cowbell. Hear that?
Ding, 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 ding.
Picture digital.
Good tunes.
Man.
What's up? We got February 27th, 2013.
27th day of February.
Yeah, it's Mom's birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday, Mama Murphy.
Mom's going to the Blues game.
Oh, that
I'm
bitch.
going to the Blues game. That's
I
why.
might be going.
That's
This
why
has
I feel
been just a plan that's been falling to shambles since it started. We're supposed to get like suites, like badass seats or whatever, but now it's looking like I'm not going. I have no idea. St. Louis Blues and the Chicago Blackhawks. If y'all don't know what we ref to there, are the Blackhawks still on a tear there?
16-0-3.
Yeah,
So
we would need to end that tomorrow.
That's the hope, but yeah, fucking hockey talk has been a prime thing on the show.
Well, it really started with you talking with your mama, you know?
Yeah. No,
happy birthday, nonetheless.
It's exciting, but fuck it. We don't want to talk about hockey this time around.
No.
What have we missed? It's been
Weeks.
quite a while since we've done anything. What's the holdup? What's been going on?
Winter stuff?
Winter storm happened. Oh, that was
It's
exciting.
one day's worth of an excuse right there, at least.
Yeah. I was right.
We
right in the
haven't
middle of the week.
we haven't been with you in a month and a week because
Sounds
of
about
a
right.
day's worth of snow.
Yeah, there was snow one day.
Yeah.
Got to.
But we're back. We're back with it, in it,
And it's exciting.
decided
so far.
upon it.
Woo! Let's fucking get in the mood.
It's me and Murphy here, the real talent. None of these schmucks with their giggles and their interruptions.
Oh yeah, we're going so not solo, but we're just dueling it here.
Mm-hmm.
No third party, no guest. So we're gonna have to provide everything, all content.
Oh, a lot of pressure.
Yeah. So what else? We got the snow. What else has kept us from everyone? You had eye problems or some shit?
Yeah, my eyes are always subject to things and stuff. But I'm better now. I can see.
Things and stuff?
Yeah, the driving was a little bit tough, a little light sensitivity. But we're back with, I don't know. What's this week's sponsor? Did we get the email on that? Who's paying for this?
Oh, the attorneys or whatever?
They require that within the first 5 minutes we do a spot.
We got to plug them already?
Yeah.
We don't even get into the show yet? Okay.
No, it's
So the attorneys, right? Or what are they?
the
ones
law
taking
firm
us?
that contacted us. I don't think we reached out to them. Was it Luther, Davidson, and Heidelberg?
Heidelberg.
Luther, Davidson, and Heidelberg.
Good man.
Luther, Davidson, and Heidelberg. Find out if you have a case. For what? I don't know, really. I mean, anything, really, it sounds like. So, our weekly sponsor. So what do we got on the agenda? Do we have some stuff?
I guess. I mean, we always have some kind of stuff, but I don't know. That's it. That's everything you got for the time apart.
I was just asking you. I'm just
Your eyes,
catching up. No, I don't have much. That's the thing. Is I sat around a little bit, feeling sorry for myself, not feeling good, and that was it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I've missed you. It's good.
I've missed you too, Murph.
We got to see each other during the move.
Yeah.
We got to move Schwartz out.
You know, one good thing about our friends that I hope I can always rely on is you could go 6 months without seeing somebody, but when it's moving day,
everyone shows up.
Everybody's there.
Yeah, so this will be the last recording here at this headquarters.
This location.
The headquarters has to move.
Chester Haven, Missouri.
Yeah, getting out of here. I'm gonna go to Grandma's. I'm gonna hang out at Grandma's till like July.
He's gonna be right across the highway from me, actually. Very close.
Right on the other side of the way.
5 minutes.
Tops. So yeah, Grandma should be fun. We'll probably do a lot of dancing. She likes to read, so maybe we'll just sit across the table from each other and read, maybe giggle, and look up and wonder what it was about.
Do you read?
I'm a reader.
I love reading. If Kelly read, sometimes I'm like, hey, you just want to sit here and read some stuff? She's like, no, you can spend time with me. I'm like, we're here, and we're reading, like, we're spending time together. It's okay. It's just like, I don't know. I love reading.
Just force it. Just read the book.
Ever since I lost the pad, though, the great iPad crash of 2012, I haven't been reading much. I felt like that got me back into the swing of the reading game.
I bought a book. I bought a book on the iPad.
Well, what's great is you can sample the first, 400 pages. They're digital pages, so they're not the full size, but you can test out a book. I mean, it's better than going to the library and, reading. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can read anything. I got a Jim Norton book.
Nice.
His first one, Happy Endings.
Mm-hmm.
The Tales of a Meaty-Breasted Zilch, I think is the name of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book so far. I'm a little more than halfway through. Learned some stuff about funny people.
I love it. Do you know what's your settings? Because you have an Apple device, and there's 3 options. There's the standard white.
Standard.
You don't go sepia at least, or do you ever do the black on white?
No, I need to change it.
It eases on your eyes. Actually, if you can get used to reading the old black screen white letters, that's the best way. I promise.
Yeah. I do need to change it. I heard if you're less likely to retain information when you read on like a pad or a tablet kind of thing, because the words don't move and you're not like interacting and like turning pages. The letters don't ever like move around, so your eyes are always just like jetting through stuff, and it's just harder to.
I read much faster on a pad, but at the same time, I feel like I've taught myself how to read and collect the info and pass up a sentence that like my brain looks at and realizes there's no stuff in, it's hard to explain, but basically I can like look at a sentence and be like, okay, there's a few names in there that say this, so I can, I don't know, but I get it all. I collect it all. I've read Game of Thrones twice, the whole series, $5 twice in a year.
That's serious.
It's ridiculous, actually.
This chair sucks. This chair's making like fart sounds.
He's on like a lawn chair with a pillow.
Yeah, I'm sitting on it's not a lawn chair, it's a folding chair.
Oh, okay.
And then I use a pillow to raise me up a little bit. It's like a booster seat.
I'm on hardwood here.
Yeah, you're going hardwood.
My bum hurts.
I can't sit on this way. It's making noises, and then I'm gonna sit on this pillow with my sweaty asshole.
It's been a sweaty
butt
kind
of day. And then sleep on the pillow later.
It's been a sweaty butt kind of day.
Yeah, all that snow.
I don't know. Why is that? It's snowing outside. My butt's sweating. I feel like, is it just like prepping like body heat to go out into it? And I'm just like...
Trap it in your clothes. Warm you up a little more.
Trap it in my butt.
Yeah. It's good.
I don't know.
Just enough of my sweating. All I talk about is my sweating.
That's all right.
It comes up in the first 10 minutes every time.
It's a thing.
We're not 10 minutes in.
No.
I have to talk about sweat.
What do we got in the wide world of 2013? What's coming up? Anything coming up?
Movies? Albums? Anything like that? I have no idea, man.
I feel like there's plenty that is coming out. The new Gatsby flick with Leo.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be in 3D. That's coming out.
A bunch of people are getting married.
Yeah, a lot of weddings this year, myself included.
You got you got Chad, you got Matt Costello. Who else is on the list?
Sean, Nicole, all these people that you guys don't know. But basically, we have a
friends.
lot of... I was there. I was first. I popped the question first, but...
Everyone followed in suit.
Whatever. I'm just saying I'm not the problem. They are. That's what it comes down to.
You had it done and set, and they piled it on.
That's all right, though.
It's not all right, but it's all right.
It's going to be a budget-breaking kind of year.
Fuck. Sean's wedding's in, Florida or something?
Yeah.
You're going to Florida?
I'm going to try, but I got my own wedding to save up for, man. I don't know.
And
Florida.
plan and deal with.
It's an easy $1,000 spent. I mean, I don't know. Between us, probably more, so probably not. No, probably no Florida, but if you're hearing this, Sean, I'm going to try to go.
Forget everything I just said.
I'm gonna give it a good shot, buddy.
I'm gonna try, but no.
Yeah, I don't know.
2013.
I'm happy you're moving closer. Then we can have more movie days. You know,
Mm-hmm.
movie days are great. We're always trying to work. You know, we have demanding schedules. There's all this Call of Duty to be played and stuff to do, and
Hockey to watch.
things to look at that me and Murphy don't get to podcast as much as we like. But we miss out on movie day. I feel like we had just the relaxed, lack of performance type kind of day we need to get back to, especially with this weather. So there'll be some more of those.
It's insane. Seem to have some movies lined up already too.
Maybe we can do a movie of the episode, whatever movie we shared a laugh or emotional moment on.
Make it exciting for everyone.
I had an idea that I didn't kind of finalize or do much on, but like Netflix picks of the pod or something like that, where we go through your because most of you out there I'm sure have Netflix, right? Everybody has Netflix.
I think most people do, and if not, they can just ask their friend for their password.
Yeah, exactly. So we can
Use
find
that
some
shit.
gems out there that really worth the watch that
Yeah.
maybe you had to dig to find. I don't know, something maybe for the future.
I had one, that Snow on the Bluff film.
And
The
you
Schwartz
said it
says
took
that
it
got
off.
taken down. I haven't looked, but yeah, it's part real, part fake. It's from the producer of First 48. You watched that First 48 show?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? It's a crime show.
No.
It's like the first 48 hours after a crime has been committed.
I know
they
of it.
the process of it. So yeah, guy did that, but I guess it's just some black dude that lives in this crazy part of Atlanta, and he went around filming his life for a while. And
Oh, it's a documentary.
right, well, part of it, and then the other part of it, like he brought all this footage, and they made like a documentary out of it. Like they filmed other things, and
After that?
right, to like
that's
make
awesome.
it a storyline, but it's not. They don't tell you what's real and what's fake.
That's awesome.
It's pretty
I
crazy.
don't know if that's ever been done like that, really.
I don't think so. It's the first I've heard of it.
So
It's-
he started it, did all the stuff himself, and then it got picked up in the process, and they continued the documentary with whatever production company's footage or whoever was doing it.
Kind of no. He was just filming his life. He had no idea what he was going to do with the film. He wasn't going to make anything with it. And then he presented the film, all the stuff that he had, to some kind of filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a storyline that followed part of like his real life. But they
For a
but they-
real movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also film their own shit to like, so some of it's his real shit, and some of
badass.
it's whatever. But yeah, you can't understand what anyone's saying because it's like this crazy black town.
You said it's Philly? Or where'd you say it was?
Atlanta.
Atlanta?
I forget the name of the town, but it's interesting.
That's fucking
So
awesome.
if that's on Netflix,
There's a
that's
lot
pick of
out.
the week.
There's a bunch in there. I mean, I tried. Like I said, I watched that movie. I Melt with You today, and I don't have any review for you on that other than it's Rob Lowe. That's who I was trying to think of earlier. Jeremy Piven, and a few other big actors, and they basically see each other once a year, and they go nuts. They see each other once a year for 5 days, and they got like a decent amount of money. They get absolutely ridiculous, so completely fucked up. And then at the end of the movie, like, or throughout the process, things just get ridiculous, kind of fucked up, and shit hits the fan. And
So
I
they-
recommend it.
So they get ridiculous up, and then shit gets ridiculous fucked up.
Like it gets
And then-
ham, you know.
Oh.
All of a sudden, things go down.
Okay.
I'm just saying, these dudes like party harder than you've ever seen. Like you watching this movie, and you're like, when I am 48 or whatever age these guys are, I want to see my friends once a year for 5 days at this beach house that we're at by ourselves with tons of drugs, and we just go ridiculous. That's what they do. It's awesome. It's like, I want to do that, and then it goes really bad. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, man, but this could be really fucked up, you know, if I did this, and then it just gets really fucked up. So I don't know. Worth the watch. I Melt with You.
All right. So you take the emotional roller coaster with the characters because you feel
Relate to where I
what-
might be at that point in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you think, hey, shit's gonna get fucked up if this was me, and then shit does get fucked
Yeah.
up.
Well, you find out
So they
like,
just take you right along with the path of your mind.
yeah, it's relatable if you're, if you have those tendencies, whether you practice them or not. The once a year gig away from everyone kind of brings out the inner beast in you. So, I don't know. It's awesome. Watch it.
All right.
And,
it's on the list. Pick of the week.
Yeah, so I guess that did happen, that segment. So there you go. Netflix
And it was
picks
riveting.
of the week.
What else? 2013. We're still got to go through the year.
I don't know. I don't know what's coming. I haven't been reading stuff. I've been preoccupied. PS4, I told you checked on maybe a little bit.
No.
Research. We're not going to do a thing on that because I'd like to, maybe even do a full segment on that. You're going to have to give me my nerd moments. I always say that. All the space news I read.
Yeah, talk about whatever you want.
What else is going down in 2013?
Nothing. Fuck
Nothing.
It.
Just more work and bills and stuff.
Wedding and
All right.
wedding.
Well, since we don't have anything on the forefront here, I'll go into the nerdy space stuff.
What do you got?
So this moon that orbits Jupiter is an icy moon, H2O, water, moon. So far away from the sun that generally you would think would not be able to host life. But due to its closeness to Jupiter, the gravitational pull of the planet flexes the moon, right? So when it goes around at this closeness, it pulls on it, and then when it backs away to this farther distance, it relaxes. So that flex and relax basically generates internal heat. So the inside of the moon is liquid water, and there's these like runoffs they found coming out of the ice. So basically they think this moon way the fuck away from the sun could have life, because water is pretty much the fundamental of life. They don't know because the ice is about 10 kilometers thick, but there's a mission in like 2017 to land a satellite that has some sort of drilling ability to go in and like probe the underwater ocean of this moon around Jupiter.
Crazy. So
basically, go ahead.
What are the chances that life... So are you saying that life would be sustainable, or that life could be produced from the
just the friction
flexing and stuff?
Well, the heat makes the water liquid, which liquid water is the fundamental of life. So in every single insane habitable part of Earth, every single part of Earth, they've found life. Whether it's the bottom of the ocean, the complete bottom of the ocean, or in the Antarctic frozen wasteland, they found life. So basically life prevails within the presence of liquid water. So they're saying that this changes. They're looking for planets that are in this Goldilocks zone to see if the Earth was ever going to shit. We need to find these planets within this distance from their sun that could possibly host life. So basically this has opened up possible habitable planets just based on a proximity to another planet.
Right, but that's just like sustainable life.
Yeah.
So what are the chances that there's already life there? So this is a multi-part question.
Mm-hmm.
One, is this a recent discovery that this planet has been doing this?
Well,
and what are the chances that it's been doing this for a while and we just noticed?
Our camera resolution has allowed us to realize this in the past 6 years. They've found these water runoffs that look like riverbeds that weren't there on 1980s and 1970s pictures, right?
Because of the resolution? Or in
the resolution, they basically see much more detail of what's going on.
Right.
And then they're able to measure the flex of the moon a lot more detailed than they used to be able to.
So what do they know about how long this moon has been doing this?
Well, as long as it's been there.
Okay. So do they know if it has been there for a while and this has been going on, or is it like for a fact because of the photo resolution? Do you know what I mean? Have they explored?
They know that it's been going on. They know that this is the state of this moon.
So are there chances that there is sea life already there inside of
most definitely
this moon?
That's why it's awesome. That's why it's such a huge update in the space world. Like I said, not just because of that particular within our solar system, because I think it was 1450, whoever Galileo was able to see that moon with his little shitty telescope. So humans have been able to see this moon for a long time, but just now realize that it has a huge ocean within it. So it basically means that all other solar systems most likely have the same situation where this icy moon on this planet or this whatever has this situation. It opens up the possibility of life big time.
Right.
Yeah.
So, fuck.
It's good stuff. It blows your mind.
No, it's crazy. What, based off of how long it takes for light to travel, how sciencey are you into this? These photos that they're taking right now,
Mm-hmm.
what are we seeing? How far away is this to where, how long ago are we seeing something happen?
It's probably within the day, because
That's not that far.
no, because they call it 7 minutes of hell, if you've ever heard that term, which is basically when they've sent drones or whatever you want to call them, what the fuck are they called, to Mars, the little rovers.
Right.
But there's a 7-minute delay between Earth and Mars, so
They don't know
when they're
for 7
landing.
minutes.
Yeah, when they're landing on Mars, they don't know if they were successful or if they crashed and burned for 7 minutes. So I'd have to imagine to Jupiter, it's probably an hour to a day. I don't know how you would measure that.
Yeah.
So
But it won't be.
it's
not that far.
What your,
it's not
your
like
question
hundreds
is,
of years.
No, your
ago or
question
anything
is,
like
are they recent? Yeah, they're within a day.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, and they change. You'll see these gigantic plumes of geysers blowing off into space, and
Could be
it
a
has
whale.
it has a very thin atmosphere, which is crazy. It has a actual oxygen atmosphere, they said, which is fucking nuts. So
Because you could have life.
yeah, oxygen, H2O. So there's my little vent. I read space stuff all day long, and that was one awesome thing I read.
That's good. I dig it.
There you go.
Interesting,
Yeah.
too. Way to be...
I got a joke along the lines of space.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was trying to get up on my girlfriend, my fiance, the other day, and I was trying to get some of that sweet ass, and she wasn't really having it. She sounded kind of like a laser blaster. She was like, "New, new, 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 new." So, yeah. That's a joke. That's a joke.
So did you end up raping her?
No. So yeah, that was my little laser gun joke there. Yeah. So what are we all hot and bothered about today?
I don't know.
Stuff?
We have a few things to talk about. I'm trying to figure out... I gotta pee again already.
Yeah.
But we wanted to do a couple things before the break. So how do you want to run... Because we gotta run...
Well, let's
commercial
do,
breaks.
Yeah, let's
we're
do
not,
this. Why don't
we're
we?
not really that far. We're like 23 minutes in.
Okay, let's cut to a quick commercial break, and we have to again reference our sponsor, so we're gonna play a few commercials for our sponsors. But other than that, take a leak. We'll come back. If we do another break, we'll just play them some other sexy tunes or something. They'll live with that, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Should we tease anything?
What
What we got coming up?
me and Murphy are frustrated with the advertising industry and the shit that makes it out there on the national commercials for big companies. So we're going to talk about that. Maybe a few other unexpected, just awesome stuff like that space stuff we just talked about.
I have the next idea. I have the next
He's already got it, folks.
major social media.
Get ready.
This feed thing is going to be nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, let's take a piss.
All right, so this is going to be a little word from our sponsors here, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Hi, Phil Luther from Luther Davidson Heidelberg. Were you prescribed Girthanol in the early part of 2002 for erectile dysfunction? Have you suffered SPID, sudden penis inversion disorder? Have our legal consultants here at Luther Davidson Heidelberg find out if you have a case.
I thought I missed that big ass wad of dick in my pants, but with Luther Davidson Heidelberg, I got a big ass wad of cash instead. Thanks, homies.
I only took Girthanol for 3 weeks before noticing the side effects. By then, it was too late. Luther, Davidson, and Heidelberg made it hurt less with money. Thanks.
Call 866-555-CASH for your free consultation. Luther Davidson and Heidelberg are on the case.
And we're back.
Oh,
yay!
we're back. Oh, we have the best
Best
way to come back into the show.
departures and arrivals.
Yeah. Let's take a piss.
Your third or fourth?
Urination?
Yes.
I took 2 pisses in that break.
Oh.
We were breaking for, apparently like 30 seconds, but we were breaking for like, maybe 10 minutes there.
Yeah. That's right. Should have cracked that beer before we went on the air.
Oh, there.
That's what you want to call this.
It's all right. It's all part of the show.
Yeah, I guess. Familiar sound at this point.
So we teased a couple things. The one thing I think we're going to hop on first is going to be social media.
Okay.
I teased that I have the next idea
Yeah.
in social media, but I'm going to keep that tease going with my story, and maybe we can chat about social media
Intrigued.
a little bit
I am.
before. Yesterday, I got on Facebook.
Whoa.
Typed in my...
What?
I guess I deactivated it.
Yeah.
But all you got to do is type in your email and password. Everything pops back. That was the worst snap ever. Bam! Everything is right back there.
Apparently we don't have a snap here at lifeDOTinternet.
Yeah, we suck. Dude, I log in. Everything pops right up. That place is insane. There was like 9 windows open. The whole thing's covered in ads. Mm-hmm. My right side is like 900 people that are online. Everyone's on Facebook all day. Is that?
I think that's fake. It's got to be fake to
I
create
think
some presence.
I think that's like if you just have your phone app running,
Oh,
it probably that has to be it, because there's no way there's that many people just sitting on Facebook.
It's very possible though with the world today, but
Yeah,
probably
but I'd like to
less likely. They want to make it seem like it happened in place, so it's like, hey, Tom's here on Facebook. That guy, I haven't talked to Tom. And then you find out that he hasn't been online in 27 days, maybe.
I'd been about a year. I think I hopped on like a couple months ago, because the reason I did it yesterday was to pull all my photos off.
Sure.
I got to back up all my photos at my computer, so I got on Facebook. You have to there's probably some kind of way to do it otherwise, but I individually right-click, save as. Each photo I wanted to save.
Yes.
And then it asks you what folder you want to put it in, so then I got to click OK. Use the enter button for that to make it go a little quicker. But
Is that what you do, Murphy?
like
You use the enter button?
Enter.
Step by step, you
Return.
right-click, save as, hit enter with the keyboard.
Actually, I right-click, and then I left-click, save as.
See, I didn't think the Mac right-clicked. I thought it was just one solid button.
You can set it to either way.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, whatever.
Well, there you go.
That's,
So you got on the
what
book
happened.
for
So
faces. You got your pictures.
I was getting the pictures down. I was on there for like an hour maybe. When I got on, I posted a thing. Mm-hmm. I wanted to say hi to everyone. Mm-hmm. My post, I think, was, "Hi, this is Brandon. I'm back to retrieve my photos. Feel free to hit on me for the next hour or so." Full of likes and comments that I got that hour I was there. People were trying to instant message me while I was trying to right-click and... Yeah.
I've never had one person do that with the messenger. Maybe mine just turned off or something.
I don't know. Little things were popping up. Maybe that was one of those fake Facebook things we were talking about.
I don't know.
But yeah, it was an awful experience.
It's bad.
That whole time I was on there. I said bye to everyone, and then you can fill out some thing that allows you to permanently delete your Facebook. So I have 14 days until it's gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is wrong with... So you showed me the screenshot of the last time where it was like, why are you leaving Facebook? Are you fearing for your safety? Have you been approached by a pedophile or of someone of the like? Are you experiencing profane pictures being posted on... it's like...
They really don't want you to leave.
No, they give you like a 50 questionnaire about, why you're leaving Facebook. So then when you finally... like, yes, no, I don't want any of this, exit, and they're like, okay, fine, if that's how it is, 14 days from now, your shit's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And then in about 10 days, you're going to get an email, Brandon, Are you really leaving Facebook? It's, yes, I'm leaving you. I don't want your ads. I don't want, the pictures of the food and people's dogs. I did both of those, by the way. We don't want your relationship updates or your rap lyrics that people don't know. Are you just saying some really fucked up shit because you forgot quotation marks? Or are you just quoting a rap song? I don't even know my little brother anymore. Is he just saying this off-the-wall shit that's coming from within, or is he just quoting a rap song? Please use some quotation marks so I know what you're talking about. Like, who is talking here, But,
Wow. Well,
that's where we're at.
I only did status updates on Facebook of song lyrics. That's how gay I was with the Facebook thing.
But that's fine.
But I never used quotes.
But not
I
even
would
that.
say
It's
it was all off the wall
yeah,
shit.
it's recognizably song lyrics, though.
I don't know. I could be a deep, introspective person that people really seem to like my stuff. When I hopped on and said, hey, feel free to hit on me for the next hour, they were all over that
They
shit.
were liking the hell out of that.
Yeah.
My little brother, he's like, I'm gonna bust my dong up in your guts and shit, hon. I'm a gangsta shit that bomb. It's like, okay, all right.
He's just trying out his lines on the world.
When you were talking, when were we on the air when you were talking about the ads and stuff? When you got on, you were just
It's just you're berated with ads.
Mm-hmm.
There was all kinds of pop-up windows, I guess, since I haven't been on, like explaining how to do the certain new things, but it was obnoxious. Like I didn't
share this.
Yeah, it was all weird stuff.
Well, I was telling you, like this happened to me just today with we were talking about the old iPad break of 2012. I saw this little Apple giveaway, and they made the name look so. I thought it was the legitimate Apple website. And
This is on Facebook?
This is on Facebook.
Okay.
And, it says like this picture, and then just click this link and put in your email info, and you'll be entered into this thing, and in 7 days, blah, blah, blah. It's like, why not? I want an iPad. I probably won't win this, but, you hear about it. I go through the whole thing, and then towards the end, I realize that if you read the fine print towards the bottom, it's like, you are now signing up for some text service, because it asks for my phone number, some text service that'll give you these updates about these offers, and blah, blah, blah. It's $9.99 a month, and you're required outside of your provider's fees, blah, blah, blah. So basically, I was just about duped into getting charged $10 a month for some nonsense texts. Have you ever gotten those? They're like, text stop if you don't want these texts anymore.
Yeah. No, my brother fucked up once, and I only noticed because it appeared on the bill, but I wasn't getting the text. I guess he was getting them and just ignoring them or whatever he was doing. But yeah, it was on the bill, and it was something that he used off Facebook. He probably I don't know what he
Real
used
vague.
Facebook for, but
The way it pulls up on the bill.
it does that shit if you there's people that buy money or whatever. How does Farmville work? Do you use money to buy stuff?
You basically have to wait a long ass time, or you can buy this thing to.
You can buy it with your card.
Yeah.
But then to approve that, it ties in with your account, and you have to put in shit like your phone number, and then people don't realize that when you put that information in, that shares with some other thing like you got duped into. Mm-hmm. So just because you bought those Farmville points, you also signed up for their
monthly
for their monthly shit that goes to your phone. That
you
charges
don't recognize.
On top of that.
A lot of times it's just like $4.99 a month, and then for a while I was getting all these crazy weird facts. It was like Thomas Franklin, masturbated in the Oval Office, blah blah blah, blah in 1918, whatever. And I was like, oh, that's hilarious. And I'd tell people in the office, like, I don't know who's texting me this, but this is fantastic. And I just tell all these facts to these people. And then I'm looking at my bill, and for a year I've been being billed, $6 a month. And I called AT&T and went off on them, and they're like, whoa, bro. Hey, you're the one that said, yeah, go ahead and do it. So we're doing nothing for you.
Sounds like you enjoyed them, though. You said they were fantastic.
Yeah,
you would have paid for the service had you not been duped.
No. Well, maybe. They were good facts. It was like crazy shit, like, the female's toenail grows at a rate of blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, I never knew that. That's fantastic. And you tell someone, you sound smart. Kind of like my space rants.
Yeah, but your space rant wasn't given you by a text.
No. No, and this is where I can redeem myself for the whole Facebook, because I hate it, and I know you do as much too, as we discussed.
Mm-hmm.
Delete it. But on my Facebook, it's like I follow the universe, and I follow NASA.com, and I follow STL Blue. Like, all the shit I'm telling you is like the daily updates I get where this moon, and I see a picture, I'm like, oh, that looks crazy. So I click on it, I read this 20-page Facebook post where it's just like you read it for 5 minutes just describing this thing. So that's what I'm doing out there. I'm educating myself.
And that's good. If that's what you're using it for, then feel free to it.
It's easy access is all.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't, I'm going to search out that shit in another way because I can't deal with just when I went on to pull off my photos, I had to I didn't have to, but I just ignored a bunch of people because I didn't want to deal with that. I was like, I'm not using Facebook. Here's the message saying whatever. And then, I said I posted a thing about hitting on me. Then about halfway through the photo downloads, I did my Twitter. I posted my Twitter account so that you could follow me on Twitter.
Yep.
How many likes and comments? I wish I would have wrote down how many likes and comments
They
and stuff I got
liked you.
in the hour that I was on Facebook. But
Not a single.
2 Twitter followers.
Who's the other one?
Okay.
Because I'm one of them.
You're a new one.
Oh. Okay.
This is since I looked earlier. It was 2 Twitter follows, and one was my aunt, who I immediately blocked
Yeah.
because I say awful shit on Twitter. That's all I use
the
Twitter
worst thing
for.
about Facebook. Family.
Yeah, so she immediately followed me, and who was the other one? I guess I could look it up real quick. I could check my Twitter feed. I'm sure I'm blowing up out there.
Your tweets feed.
It was Jess. I think Jess Seifert is who this is. So Donnie's wife followed me. It says Jess S. And
Just
then
gotta make a good guess.
there's no whatever, and I have to follow her to protect her, to read the tweets, but I'm not going to do that because I'm over the following people thing. But I hate Facebook, but I still use Twitter. I mean, I'm still a social media douche.
I was asking you earlier if maybe you could, because I'm not new to Twitter. I follow people, but I feel like I can't put shit out there because I don't know how to tweet. I'm not a twatter. I don't know what's all the pound sign stuff. Like, what is that? I get that you can do like hashtag big booty pants, hashtag time of my life, hashtag best night ever. But
then why'd you ask about the pound sign if you know
what
what
is all?
hashtags are?
I feel like there's other.
All right. Okay. So essentially, in
things
Twitter, the pound signs are kind of like
at the end.
a way to collect everything in one spot. It's almost like a message board. Like if you hashtag something, it shows up in that message board. So you don't have to like go to the message board and type in like a separate thing. You can just hashtag it. So if you want to look up stuff like for hockey talk for a second, if you read hashtag STL Blues, you can read everything that everyone is saying about hashtag STL Blues. The hashtags
sense.
aren't necessary. That's more of like a networking, which is I guess what social media is about, is the networking thing and what we should be using it for. But you don't have to like use those and do a certain thing. Like it's basically just a way to try and be funny and do funny stuff and not be like judged about it, or I guess like
A simplified statement, I guess.
Yeah, I just say shit on there that I couldn't really deal with saying on Twitter or on Facebook because then I'd have to deal with it in real life.
Direct comments and like things like that.
Yeah, and people like, I don't know. It's just different. Twitter, obviously, you can follow anyone who has anything to say. Can you friend people on Facebook and then read what they have to say, or do people have to accept your friend request, or is it like an open?
I feel like so it's your option. There's Facebook whores that literally open their account to everyone in the world.
Right.
Or you can say, okay.
I guess my question's irrelevant because I use Twitter to follow people who are hilarious.
Yeah.
And the people who are hilarious use Twitter. You can follow anyone, so the people who are out there being funny on the internet aren't using their status updates on Facebook to be funny. They're being funny on Twitter. So Twitter is just, I'm all about laughing. I don't care about my friends' relationships and stuff. I mean, you're getting married and that's awesome and stuff. But But when it's every other like thing you read or berated with is
It's awful.
nothing that you care about, then I don't have time for that. So I get on Twitter and I read, comedians tweets about them being assholes, and it's great.
That's why I like Twitter, though, is I can actually, and you have to look into who's the real accounts, for whatever.
And have to be verified.
Yeah, but I mean, with like you said, as long as I can sift through the /.bitlyzh9yfe, but I guess these are links, but
That's
at
a
the
link.
same
Just
time,
click it,
but
it
I
pops
know,
up.
but they should be able to just eliminate that until you click on it and then click the link or something. But whatever, I mean,
I think it highlights it to show you that there's something else if you want to.
like,
I don't know. It doesn't.
like look at this, Team Coco, #Conan highlight, : how did @Nicholas Holt, I guess how did Nicholas Holt get to play Beast in #X-Men movie? He did a great #Family Guy impression / bit. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I get that it's like the dude who was on the Skins show, whatever, that played the Hulk, and then here's a link of this impression he did, but it just seems so fucking...
That's that stuff, though. That's those people networking to get you to watch their stuff. So they do shit like #popular things because there's people out there in the world clicking on #Family Guy and reading what people have to say about Family Guy.
I guess because it's reposts and whatnot.
It's
I
the
guess
same
it's a
thing
little
as
sloppy.
it's the same thing as links on YouTube or what do we do on YouTube when you like
When you put like a tag on it.
yeah, like a tag.
Yeah,
It's all
it's a hashtag.
tags.
Well, yeah. Well, so I mean, like this one yesterday. This is my first tweet. It said, "Doing 100 on the highway. If you're doing the speed limit, get out of my way." But then I like commented on my own tweet, and I was like, "Oh shit, forgot to do that Twitter # stuff at internet stuff or #internet stuff #poop your pants." Like I don't know what you.
Yeah,
did.
you can do that.
What is that though? What am I saying? Just
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Say whatever you want.
So I'm out there. I know.
The one other point that you had, well, not that you were making points, but on Facebook, shit's endless. I guess you could follow stuff like the Earth and whatever else you were talking about, and they probably have links on Twitter,
Yeah.
like that you could read a full page thing, just like you would on Facebook, but you wouldn't have to be on Facebook to read them.
Yeah.
The
So
whatever.
that makes
you could
sense.
follow them, and if you care to read what they have to say, do it.
So it's all about picking your poison, I suppose. But you seem to have an idea that not only handles maybe some of our likes and dislikes between both, but also promotes use. Basically, a person wanting to do more with that social network to advance them. And how is that done, Murphy?
I don't know. There's a lot of different points that we could touch on with it. People, like I was saying earlier, buy stuff on like Farmville. They actually use cash to buy game points and whatever.
One moment, I gotta explain to you because I fall victim to this, and I didn't. I wanted to say this earlier, but I didn't.
Okay.
Clash of Clans. All right.
Yes.
It's the #1 revenue driving app on the net.
Based off of the 99 cents it costs to purchase the game.
It's 0. It's free.
Okay.
The work behind it, building up your base and your walls and your cannons and your archer towers, and going and fucking somebody up and taking all their gold and building up your shit. But you have to wait, for this to upgrade and this to upgrade and all that. And in the meantime, someone could come in and steal all your shit. Well, I have never once, besides paying for an app, have ever considered paying money for a game.
Mm-hmm.
I know people in my physical life that play this Clash of Clans game that dedicate $10 a paycheck to I know people have spent $500+ on this game. It's an app on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent probably $15 on an app to just buy things that get me further along.
Okay, I know you don't want it put this way, but it's the exact same premise as like Farmville.
Exact same. I made fun of the Farmville people though for buying their upgraded windmill that got them, more awesome points or whatever. I was like, that's ridiculous. Why would you ever? No, just wait and just do your little farming and come back to it. That's insane. And then I play this game and I'm like, oh, I can't wait. And then I was like, $5, but for $10 I can get twice the gems. So I did $10 and I fucking get the extra gems and then I spend it all on the shit and then like I'm sitting here waiting and like I need more because somebody's coming to take all my gold and I can't upgrade my cannons if I don't have any gold. And it's like, it's ate up.
And this is the game you're trying to get me to download.
Yeah, I'm like, Murphy, download this game. And
why would I ever do that?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I know people have spent hundreds of dollars on this game. So the point is...
I'm not going to spend the time.
Of course, but...
to download the free app.
Me, someone who considers themselves above this, has fallen victim to it. And I'm in balls deep every day, all day. I feel like I can't play other apps because they don't give me the same sick satisfaction. I'm not playing anything else on my phone right now.
You're falling apart completely. You're getting duped into $10 iPad possible giveaways. You're buying shit on that, and
at least I had the 4.
When it can even be you, such a bright young man, that can be tricked into shit. That's why my social media app will work.
Genius. It's a genius.
All right, and you've added things to it. I think I'll still forget what you've added, and I'll add my original ideas, and you can build upon it because this will be our baby.
Sure.
That'll be put on the internet, and then someone will steal it immediately.
Yes.
But I don't really care because I think it's a great idea, and I hope to see it made. And maybe this documentation will allow me to sue whatever. I don't know. I didn't patent it, so whatever. Fuck it. So the social media app would be basically point based. Everyone enjoys getting likes for their photos, so you start out, the more friends that you get, you rank up. It's almost like a ranking system. I don't even know how to like begin the explanation of this.
That's a very good start to it. The more you obtain in your social network, the more you gain.
Okay, so if you let's say you post a photo, you can post a photo, but it would cost you a certain amount of points.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Okay. And then if you get likes and comments or whatever we deem necessary for the photo, that gains you points back. So you have to sacrifice points for like a photo. Your photo has to be worthy of getting likes and shit like that, because you're losing points. And if you're wasting points, you're lower on the levels. You're lower on the food chain. So if we break it down, what would get you points? Likes, comments, new friends. What else can you do in social media?
Okay, likes, new friends, whatever, comments. So let's say this, and this is where you really have to be crafty as the maker of the software or the program, is you have to create this big gap between what it costs you to put the picture up and what you gain from a like. So it might cost you 5 points to put a picture up, but it will only gain you 0.1 points.
Or like 1 point per 10 likes.
Well, that's exactly the math and what I just said.
Well, right. but they're not going to break it down to decimals.
Well, whatever, yeah, whatever. Picture. So you get whatever point. We'll just say it like that. 0.1 point per like, maybe 0.2 points for a comment, because a comment requires more interaction, whatever.
Okay.
So the gain behind it, at least to start it off, is to create it costing more to put something up than you have to get a lot back to gain.
Right. You can't just go willy-nilly posting all your photos and anything you want to put up there hoping you're going to get likes and stuff. You have to
good photos.
You have to use your points hoping that you're going to get that much more back. What this would also do would be your popularity. Number of friends would be worth a certain amount, so people want to get more friends, more followers.
That'd be based on the ranking. So like if you were a level 10, you could only have 20 friends, but if you were a low probably not, so you gain more points.
Friends would have to be open to anything. Okay. So
that makes sense.
That would make everyone want to be more popular. Now here's where it gets weird, where the math gets crazy, is the more popular you are, the more your likes or comments are worth. So if you're a level like 30, your like is worth 5 points. So if you like someone's photo, bam, you hit them with 5 points.
Because if you like it, then your popularity level means that you have a number of other people that are seeing that you liked that, so you're generating more views of that one picture just by having a higher popularity rank.
Right.
Okay.
And you want to be more popular. So you want to be more popular, so your shit is worth more.
Makes sense.
And then so everyone's striving to be more popular. Not only that, you get the desperation of the low, not as popular people reaching out to, like, commenting on those people to try to get attention, because that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's gonna.
But it's justified by a ranking and a point system.
like
It's
a
not
fucking
just
video
like a
game.
desperate thing you're doing. You're doing it to generate fictitious points over something. And that's all that people want. They want justification for their nonsense. So, like, in the process, like I was saying, your page, you would start out with some basic stuff where you could do this kind of general theme to your page where it's some edgy barbed wire, kind of like the toilet seats we were doing if you're a tough guy. But if you're a tough guy and you want, you know, shotgun shell border, you got to get to this level, or you got to get to this many points to open up that theme for your cover page or whatever.
Yep.
So you're generating, and you say, oh, what, this guy's crazy, he's got this fucking this super video thing here, that, and the other, and he's got this like rocket ship that's coming out of a dick up top here, and it's like a explosion of like.
Nah.
I'm just saying, like, crazy things, like, just like on Farmville that has this. You have this super farm, or you have this fucking, I guess, I don't know what.
Yeah, that's all interactive stuff, though.
What I'm saying is, you when you rank up, okay, when you get to 25, you can now do this, and this to your page.
Right, but it can't be shit like, if you go to the page, visuals are going on, you can't cloud it up like MySpace fucked up when you click on a page and 9 songs start playing at the same time.
The point is like a cover theme, or a font, or an emoticon that wasn't available.
It's just like, that's the video game world. It wouldn't be like Farmville where everything's interactive at the same time, or like, you know, shit goes on while you're not around.
Right.
But it would be like, we play Call of Duty or Halo, the higher level, the more guns you unlock.
More perks and...
You know, and then you could even have such as achievements or trophies in the PlayStation world where, you know, you get this many points after you get 25,000 likes, or like, you know, one photo, you know, get 10 likes on one photo 10 times, get this many points, that kind of shit. It can be broken down to anything.
You gotta have what people love, myself, yourself, and anyone else included. You gotta have a progress bar. Like, if your rank, if this is your cover page and your ranking is in the top left corner and it says this many likes, this many achievements, and your progress bar, this many points to your next level up. People will be addicted. It's genius.
No fucking shit.
It's genius. It really is. And if we weren't fucking faggot masters and we knew some fucking coding guys, I do know them, but it's like you can't get anyone to spend the time on it unless it's a genius idea. It honestly is, and it has not been touched. No one has done anything like that.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm glad to add to it, you dick-faced motherfucker.
I know we're all gonna add to it together in the lifeDOTinternet world, because we're just throwing it out there for anyone to steal. Anyone wants to take this idea and make the next however many billion.
Yeah, it's pretty genius because
Feel free to it.
And the money factor that we were trying to put into it, it has to be a minimal cost. It has to be something you can easily part with. It could be cents. You know, as long as your card is set up with this account and you know that you can click a button and not have to type in your card number. And it's 60 cents to, I don't know, like basically.
That's where it would get tough, though.
Well, no, because if you put up a photo which cost you 5 points and you only got 10 likes on it and you only got a point back on it, and you're still 4 points short, but you want to put up another photo but you need these extra points, you spend the 60 cents, you put up 5 more photos, 60 cents is nothing to you. It's chump change. As long as it's your card is loaded in there, you click the button that says add more points, you never see it, and 100,000 people spend the 60 cents and you have $600,000, you know, just on, I mean, it's, you have to create a minimal cost and a drive and a big gap. Like, that's what's so genius about Clash of Clans is they've the psychiatry behind it, and you know you're falling victim to it when you're doing it, and you accept it and you buy it and you do it anyways.
I know. I do that shit with regular video games. Call of Duty, I buy the maps. I don't need the maps. I can still play the game without them, but you know, whatever. You get addicted. I mean, that's a totally different scenario because it's
but it's
still not real life, but it's
still the same mental fixation that you need to separate. All
there
that.
has to be some kind of way to call out the people that spend the money on it, though. I mean,
Call them faggots.
it's not. Yeah, it's not like it's not as far as honorable goes.
But instead of generating your own points through likes,
Yes.
you buy all your shit.
That should it can't not be allowed because then we can't make that ridiculous amount of money on it.
It could be a ranking asterisk, as simple as you're a level 25, which is this emblem, but if you have this little shitty thing up in the corner above it.
It's like if you play a Grand Theft Auto game and you use the cheats, you don't actually get to beat the game 100% because they know you cheated. So
some sort of penalty.
So they cut out some kind of something.
Not too much penalty, because then they're not spending that money, though. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but there's got to be a penalty. It's got to be honorable.
It does. You
But
have
you have to give
to
us money.
Well, to generate, and what really comes from it, too, is you eventually get into the advertising part. You try to minimize it. You try to, not make it fog the feeds and stuff like that. But if it's around a page, that's one thing. If it's coming from someone you know's feed unbeknownst to them, that's a little different. But, it's all that stuff is money making. That's a residual income is the way to live. Money that makes itself. Not money you have to put in time to generate.
All the bugs will get worked out in the end.
Let's do this so we don't give out too many of the blueprints here. I got to take a piss finally. It has come to a head. Go down, boom. Let's do a little short break. I don't know what we'll have for him. Maybe some sexy beats. Maybe some random YouTube video that we liked or something. But
We have options.
We'll come back. We'll talk about maybe...
Still got to hit the commercials.
Yeah, and then we'll wrap it up.
All right. Let's do it.
In a place where podcasting has been outlawed, two men on a mission might just change the world. Murphy, hit it!
Ja Rule or one, yeah, it's our world. Please believe y'all ain't real. Please believe it's murder. Please believe I-N-C.
My pops didn't work himself to the grave for me to live in a world like this. It's time we take this to the next level.
I'm all about taking these guys down, man, but I don't think we can do this alone.
I got just the guys in mind. Murphy, hit it! This summer, a do-or-die heist with only one side victorious in the end. Life.Internet. The movie.
Alrighty then.
Hey, hello.
Once again, back.
Back with the fine folks in the United States of America.
And other parts of the globe.
Oh yeah,
Right?
we're international. LifeDOTinternet.
Nice.
That's what's up with 2013, right?
Yeah, we're all over the world now.
Life.International.
You probably listen to us in China at this point.
They are actually. If you get on our Twitter feed, you'll see all about it. They're going ping pong ding crazy over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. So basically, that if we post this up on the internet, that social media idea is gone. Like someone's gonna have that and take it, and
Just a little love.
we'll still be poor.
Maybe they'd be honorable thieves and they'll just fund.
Maybe they'll
show.
give us bonus points when we start.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll just have all these extra points.
We'll start out at like a platinum member caliber. Fucking.
Please make us
ridiculous.
platinum members.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, Facebook was what I hopped on yesterday. I didn't look at it too much, but the thing I saw from it was there was a post about it was like a texting and driving type ad.
Yeah.
And it was there was a video for a car accident from a dash cam.
Okay.
So yeah, it was because we're gonna talk about commercials. I guess it was some kind of ad for texting and driving. You want to watch the video?
Yes, I do.
I got the video pulled up. Let's see what this texting and driving ad is all about. Let's make Apple sounds real quick. Ready? All right, cool.
Because I saw one where it was like a retarded kid where he was not retarded at one point. He was like, "This is the text that I was texting."
Yeah, no, that was
different.
probably from like an accident that already happened, and they were like fucked up from the accident. Maybe. I'm probably gonna have to pause this and let it load. This thing isn't gonna load. And there's an ad right in the middle of it. Is that just like a little pop up, or is it a? All right, whatever.
We're subject to the YouTube ads.
All right. So the YouTube video, we can post it in the link of videos that we referenced.
See?
In our YouTube thing, but it's titled "State Trooper Dashcam Video: How Quickly Your Life Could Change." And it was a link to. Whoa, hey, whoa. Yeah, terrible sounds, terrible video, but it's basically a 4-lane road, 2 lanes on each side. Cars just driving down the road.
This doesn't look good.
His car, kind of hits a little ice thing, and he
worse.
he hits the semi, but then he goes the other lane and gets disintegrated.
Oh, by a tractor trailer, and he's gone. And the car is gone.
Car, along with that person, is just gone.
So the premise here is that was a texting driver.
Yeah, I guess they were texting.
They were texting in the snow.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but there was snow nonetheless.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess they were texting. It was a dash cam, so who knows if they were texting or not. But either way, a good deterrent from the texting and driving. That car just exploded.
I use Siri when I'm driving. I tell her what to text, and she does.
Oh, that was very responsible of you.
I try. Even that sometimes can be involved because you got to look to see, make sure it was right. You have to say the word period if you want to make a sentence.
What happens if you have the word period in your sentence?
I thought about that this very morning, Brother Murphy. I was driving and texting, and I
talking about someone being on their period?
I needed to make a statement of 2 sentences, and I was like, but what if I needed to say, hey, babe, I'm at the hockey game, but it's the 3rd period, and I'll be home soon. She'll be like, third what? It ends the sentence, you know? I mean,
well, in that scenario, if you just read it, it'd be, we're in the 3rd, which would be, as the 3rd period, you would assume.
Maybe she would.
But any situation, there's a period.
The point is made that, I use Siri, and she's my little babe, but
we're not talking about Siri.
No,
we're talking about
not at all.
commercials.
That shitty commercials. So what was that, a commercial that they made they used that clip for? Or?
I don't know. That's how it was advertised on Facebook. So either way, advertisement, commercials, one way or the other, everything out there is awful. The ones that I've been upset about are the Dish Network ones that I hear them on the radio. Apparently, they have a bunch on YouTube that are visual as well with these guys from Boston or Baltimore or some shit.
Well, for the average listener, though, they see these on TV.
Yeah. I guess most people watch television.
They're on TV. Way overplayed, so continue. But these people.
But they're like 12-second clips. Are those what's getting
played?
They're
about 30 seconds.
Or do they combine like 3 of them to make it?
No, it's
like the Geico ones are back to back.
So they know what you're talking about. They're talking about the Hoppa commercials where they say like the Dish Hoppa with the Brooklyn or Boston guys or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, right into the Dish ones? Or should we tease the Dish ones because they're so good?
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean,
we're angry at Pitbull. I'm angry at Pitbull. I think you are as well.
I think everyone should be or is already angry at Pitbull. The Bud Light commercials is our point of reference.
Unbelievable.
Completely, for starters, overplayed. And that has nothing to do with Pitbull at that point. It's just that the fact the commercials played too many times. Now, the content of the commercial is where I really have a problem. And it's... Okay, did you know of Pitbull before these commercials?
Yes.
Okay, so I definitely did not.
He's some kind of musical artist.
But what does he do? Is he just a hype man?
You
know, because you're in the you had an endeavor.
I could have been
a brief endeavor in the hype industry.
I decided against it to keep our friendship.
Because I told you that we couldn't be friends if you were a hype man.
And so I went with the no hype man job, but no,
But what is Pitbull? He's a hype man. Look, he's doing the hand thing. We talked about the waving hand and the fist.
Yeah,
where he's on the stage and people are around him. And why are they so celebratory of this bald man shaking his fist? Why are they like so excited?
He doesn't have a mic or anything.
He's just excited.
He's not singing, but
he's
people are really
darling.
excited. What is he saying? Darling?
Darling.
Is that what he says?
That's
for
his
real?
thing. That's the Pitbull thing is darling.
I never knew what the word. That's what he's saying.
He's
for
saying
real.
darling.
You know that for a fact.
Yeah, but it's not to anyone. He's just saying
Darling. Pitbull. Darling.
That's it. Yeah.
Pitbull. Bud Light. Back together again.
So
I don't know why. I don't know what that
that
accent
was,
but
that's a major commercial hater of.
it's a million times. Because I only watch hockey, so these are the commercials that I'm exposed to, and it's twice a commercial break, like
sometimes
however
twice in a
many.
row.
Yeah, twice in a row in a commercial break. Every commercial break, probably like what through a hockey game, you get like 15 commercial breaks, maybe. So you're looking at upwards of 30 Pitbull commercials in a 3-hour period of time, coming out to averaging every 10 minutes you see a Pitbull.
It's
Bud Light
awful.
commercial.
It doesn't inspire me to drink Bud Light, I'll tell you that.
Nah.
I would much rather go with the completely inappropriate and, dare I say, I don't know what I dare say, but basically the commercial that promotes that Bud Light is worth it at all times. Bud Light, always worth it. That was a good 6-month run. Where I know we've talked about this one, but yeah, it's no matter what the situation, it's worth it. I'd rather ride that line than ever.
Always
the
worth it.
Pitbull.
If you're driving, whatever you gotta do. That's the Pepsi one, the Pepsi tagline right now that I've complained about. That one is Pepsi, live for now. So it's like
That's
live.
awful.
It's live for now, like live in the moment. But it's if you just put like ellipses between live and for, it's live for now. Because if you keep drinking soda, you're gonna die early in life.
Well,
It's gonna be awful.
it promotes that either way, whether you put
Well, yeah.
period in between. You basically,
But you gotta
Pepsi.
soften the blow. Can't just tell them
For now?
Live.
The question mark?
for now.
That's awful, because it's not like Pepsi Next, the most healthy Pepsi ever. Live for now. It's Pepsi. Live for now. I mean, yeah, that's awful. And who allowed that? When I think
And
about
that's national.
when I think about me sitting here, and I know when I went to Webster, I wanted to just like, yeah, I wanted to make movies. That's super creative. I want to be an art dude that makes these awesome artsy movies. But I'm like, let's be realistic. Let's take this, and like apply it somewhere, which is commercials. I wanted to make commercials, but then I look at all these things and like, who's this dude sitting back in the chair for Pepsi and is like, okay, yeah, whoa, oh, that's sexy. Live for now, I'm in. He is making $2 million salary per year. He's got all this, shit taken care of for him, 401k, all this shit, and he's like, yeah, baby, like.
That's just one person too. How many people does it have to get through for
Right.
them to put
Up
out
the
"Live
chain.
for Now" as your national campaign? It's unreal to me. Those dish commercials are catering to like stupid people. They're basically saying, "Hey, TV watchers, you're stupid. We have this thing called the Hopper. You can record more television than you even have time to watch without touching buttons. So here's how we're going to advertise it to you. We're going to have stupid people with stupid accents say stupid shit while watching television." There's so many ads. I just started to explore them today. The only reason I was upset about
I
them in
didn't
the first
even
place.
know till today.
What? You'd heard the radio ones.
I heard a few of them, but when you see the plethora, I'll use the word plethora.
There is a plethora.
There is a plethora of dish shorts for
There's-
these series, these guys, and they make 0 sense, not a lick of sense, and they think that they can just put a white dish stamp at
Border.
the end of these, and it's like dramatically funny, and it's not. It's actually completely awful.
There's more Boston guys is a tab, and there's probably at least 20 there. Just flipping through them real quick.
click
Here's
on one.
regular dish ones. There's like 15 of those. You'd heard a few on the radio. The ones I heard on the radio, the one that originally got me upset about the commercial thing was the 2000 of anything. The commercial is Dish Hopper stores up to 2,000 hours of television. So, this Boston accent guy is, my dad always told me if anyone offers you 2,000 of anything, you should take it. If anyone offers you anything of 2,000 of anything, you should take it. 2,000 pieces of candy, 2,000 sharks. I told my dad I wasn't sure about accepting 2,000 sharks. But blah, 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 whatever.
Why?
But that already doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
But plus, one of the things he mentioned was his dad saying, if anyone offers you anything, take it. 2,000 pieces of candy. So candy is associated with pedophiles and, like, raping children. So when he was a kid, he didn't have an issue with taking 2,000 pieces of candy. He took his dad's advice there and took the candy
matter what,
and got his ass pounded. But he wasn't sure about the sharks.
It's, like you said, they're trying to apply to just the stupid mind of just catching your attention, short term with these ridiculous accents about a hoppa. But it's insane that you can just play one of these.
Okay. This one's
This
titled...
is now advertising.
This one's titled, We'll See About That.
It kind of makes you sick because you start out, you watch Mad Men, and you realize the
I
art
guess Dish
behind
is
it.
giving away 10,000
This
free
is
pay-per-view
advertising now.
movies today.
That's more movies than you shake a stick at.
We'll see about that.
Alright, so the guy grabbed a stick,
And he's shaking
and he's shaking it on the couch.
Shaking a stick.
And he's still shaking
And
it.
he's shaking that stick.
And YouTube sucks.
Either way, no, the point is he's going to shake it.
He's still shaking. He's still shaking
And then
it.
it's going to say Dish Network.
He's still shaking it.
Look, Dish.
And Dish.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
More movies than you can shake a stick at.
These are cute because they all pertain to like television and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're watching TV, so they talk about things. Haven't watched this one. This one's titled Sons of Anarchy. Let's see what the Boston boys have to say about Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy is on tonight.
Are those the Anarchy boys from over on F Street?
Nah, they're a bunch of lawless bikers.
That's them. That's definitely them. Little creeps.
Dish.
What is that, Dish?
I don't know.
What? Okay, keep going. I think there needs to be more examples.
7th inning stretch. Let's just go right up the line here. I'll pause it for another second to let it go. We'll post all these, but I guess we got to give visual. These are dudes just sitting on a couch watching television.
I'm sure they've seen these commercials. It's the old man walks in and he's like,
I don't know.
how about you start leaving, cooking, cleaning, and paying the rent, whatever. And it's these Boston dudes, and the old man's in the basement. They're like, yeah, Gramps got all this stuff on the hopper, and it's like, and then he reaches over the fishnet, asking if he's like, give me some dinner and some more beers. And he's got the fishnet at the bottom of the stairs because he's pent up in the basement on the hopper.
Right. I'm not sure I understood that, but it probably doesn't make any sense. Anyway,
I guarantee people know exactly what I'm talking about. They've seen that commercial 100 times.
7th inning stretch.
Tigers Yankees, huh?
Yep.
Time for the 7th inning stretch.
They get up. They're stretching. Doing a little stretching. All right. They're doing silly stretches.
Okay.
They're just shrugging their shoulders over and over again.
Stretch off!
Okay. So
And
the point is here, I guess what they're trying to say is with Dish,
he
who
yells.
needs to go to the game? Because you can just watch it on your couch. Okay, can't you do that with every single other provider, including your digital box now? You can now pull in the games with. So I mean, what are they trying to say here? That
I don't know. That's irrelevant. Nothing even
you can
happened
stretch on your couch?
in this. They have to reference that they were watching television. Oh, what's on? The game? Oh, cool. Time to stretch. And then they do something weird, and then they say, oh, Dish lets you watch baseball games.
Ridiculous. What other? What do we have? I think this is one of my all-time most annoying commercials. Did you have it pulled up? The "It's My Money" one. Did I have that pulled up?
I thought you had it.
Well, let's take a look.
I don't know if there was. The other one I had pulled up was the Brad Pitt perfume one that I don't even want to talk about.
that's that was a bad one. And Brad Pitt, he's the man, and I don't care.
I don't know. It had like 8 million views. I'm sure everyone's seen it and it's been parodied on SNL and stuff.
Everyone knows this one.
Oh.
It's my money and I need it now!
So
It's my money and I need it now!
it's their money,
It's my
apparently.
money and I need it now! It's
Is this-
my money and I need it now!
I think this is J.G.
It's your
Wentworth.
money. Use it when you need it.
Was that a montage or was that
That's like the commercial.
the commercial?
So basically, these people, they got hit by someone, and this person has to pay them $200 a month for however many months until this is paid out. And it's like, okay, whatever, this huge settlement I have for my legal bills, I get this much a month, it sucks. So this law firm will be like, or this legal company, J.G. Wentworth, they'll say, oh no, we'll give you all that shit, and you'll just pay us a high-ass percentage. So all these motherfuckers that are leaning out the window, it's my money, I need it now. It's basically taking all that money they could just trickle in over time, and they're taking like a fat-ass cut of that off just to get a lump sum all at once. So all these people are like,
it's like people like cash checking in advance. You
Pretty
get
much.
like your check in advance, and then you
Yeah.
just like give them your check with the interest that you had to borrow before you got
yeah,
your check.
but much worse. Come get butt raped so you can get a good chunk of this money all at once, and you can have like a fun 2 weeks instead of
Tax
just,
returns time.
Yeah,
That's coming up.
yeah.
Let's wrap up with tax returns.
I already got mine and it's gone.
You done? I'm being big boy and I'm using it all to pay off credit card. I said it 3 years in a row. Just went and bought other shit with it. It's big boy time. I'll be able to pay off my credit card plus have plenty left over. Plus, well, not plus, but that's the last debt I have. I have my car payment.
It's fantastic, but it's a lease. It's not quite a debt.
Right, but it's a payment once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have phone bill, car, no credit card out there to
rent?
speak of. Rent won't be a thing
That's awesome.
for another like 6 months. It's gonna be interesting.
You should save. Once
What's
you
the plan?
start saving, I got about at the first time in my life, I got about $1,500 saved up of money I've put aside from paychecks, cash money. And it's like, it becomes addictive. Almost like we were talking about the social app where you're building up. Well, you look at your bank account and you're like, ugh. You're like, I don't want to go out. No, I need more. Like, you start just my money. And it's a good habit, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. I don't know, but.
Yeah, that's like your, I think they have that PNC Bank, like, bar thing.
That's what I
which
have.
is, yeah, which
I
is like a
have that.
bar. And
Yeah.
you want to follow the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with, like, your Apple. If you, like, load up your iPod or your iPhone or your whatever, you got the bar.
Humans need to be, like,
They need to
not
have a...
tricked, but, like, enforced in what they're doing. Okay, here's this thing that says you're almost there to this thing that's not really a real thing, but
The money's
you're
a
doing
thing.
it.
The money is a thing.
No,
the
it
other
is.
things are not things.
But when you have $1,500 in a growth account and it gained you 75 cents in a month, it's like, fuck you. What a joke. What an absolute joke. Like a savings account. Why do I have a savings?
They used to mean something. Now you don't get interest or anything off of them.
It's
so
a little bit of interest.
Yeah, but it's not
75 cents of $1,500 a month.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. So yeah, worthless. But there's plenty of investments if you have the money to put in the investment. We could invest in the new social media app. That's going to be one of our investments. We'll wrap up with me glorifying myself as a greater person.
What do we call it?
Life.Internet.
Life.AwesomeNet. Yes. You guys on the AwesomeNet? No, what's the AwesomeNet, dude? Dude, it's awesome. You get on the net, you do all the shit, and it's fucking awesome. Like, okay, I'm in. And that's all we have to say. And it's sold.
I kind of liked Life.Internet.
No, it's good. It is. It is good.
Life.internet.com for all your social media needs. We don't have that domain name. All right, that's it. February 27th, 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us talk about nothing.
Don't rob
thanks
us.
to our sponsor,
Luther Davidson Heidelberg Law Institute.
Yeah, some shit like
Something
that. I
like
don't
that.
know. They sound like pricks.
Yeah, they're really aggressive in their pitch to us, trying to get some airtime. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We might have to pull them for future pods, but please don't rip us off.
Let us develop the thing. We'll let you on. Anyone who says they're a listener gets 0 free points.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for having us.
And we also want to say fuck you too.
Yes. Farewell and
Fuck you.
goodbye.